So we did a couple things. Just a couple. Just a few. Uh, Also killed a bunch of withers. So if I do that and that, plop you in the middle, I get a flight augment. But I already have a haste augment, so what are we going to do here? We're going to look over there and see what we're going to do. Because if we look at what you can do, I can awaken this. Pay no attention to what's in this barrel. I can awaken this by putting, you get this altar set up. And once again, we will be actually building over here. More on that over there of what I just completed. Did a lot of off-camera grinding. But you put the earth, water, fire, and air essences in these little essence vessels, and you get the awakening pedestals and get cognizant dust. So cognizant dust comes from killing a boss, aka the Wither, with a sword that has mystical enlightenment on it. I think it needs to be a mystical agriculture sword to get that, but I'm not entirely sure. But I put it on a second Supremium sword because it wouldn't go on this one. I must have something on it that's conflicts with that. So you get the 4 cognizant dust and you plop a block of Supremium and you get awakened Supremium. As I said, did a little bit of off-camera grinding. So I will be right back once I have all the stuff to build out this. And then we should just be able to go bam and bam. Almost. Need more awakened Supremium. That was a very anticlimactic bam. I'll be right back. Okay. So you... Dang it. You... require a lot of essence. Okay. Alright, I wasn't going to do a modular router for this, but I'm going to do a modular router for this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Router. Some more barrels. Alright, I need my inventory to not look so crazy. So I want one of each of these. And we're going to do a single sender to here. And then each of these are going to be pulled from the top. So you pull from the top, send over there, get a barrel, and then you get a puller with an air essence. And then you, and then we do a distributor module for you. make sure that actually works. It does. And then this one's going to be the close one, which is the green. So you get a sender module and a puller module. And you're the green essence, which is, oh my god. That, and then the fire essence gets a sender module, stack upgrade, speed upgrade, puller, sender, and you fire essence. So if I put the fire essence in there, air in there, oxygen dust in there, all the air in there. Okay, so that's to make this, but I want to not have that work because I want to awaken the gear. We're going to take this and we're going to upgrade it. So this requires a boom, a boom, a boom, a boom, and then kapow. Awakened Supremium chestplate. And it kept all of those things, which is awesome. And the great part about this guy is you see there's augments. There are 2 augments, so I can keep my haste and get creative flight. Yes, we are now playing modded. And I'm happy. Oh yeah. Now we just gotta do that 3 more times. Plant growth AoE. Oh boy. That's crazy. Look how much faster it's growing. That's nuts. So this guy has 24 attack damage. This one has 39. Oh, that's just silly. This is why we play modded, right? And we are fully awakened. Oh, and the thing that I wanted to show you over here. I was playing with some Xycraft Exctractors. I think I might have said this. So I might have shown that I did the stone right here, and this guy's been running for a while. So this is how I'm going to kind of template out the build, which is probably what we're going to transition to now. Take a little bit of break from all the progression, the questy type stuff, and move into building. And so I have 17,000 stone that I can kind of template everything out in. But building resources, because I'm going to be building something massive over there, I just wanted a lot of everything. So these Xycraft Extractors kind of allow you to do that very quickly. You can get everything from basalt to blackstone to deep slate, even coarse fruit. I don't know what I'm going to need the coarse fruit for, but it was a recipe. Amethyst shard. You do need to cut paste one of these guys. And what I did is, because my controller is right there, all of these are linked in my storage. So if I empty this, you can see that it actually emptied. So every single one of these is actually linked to the storage. I cleared out a pretty decent size area, I think. And this overlooks this ridiculously cool village. Oh yeah, I can fly. Yeah, this village I really, really liked. I loved the texture. I'm probably gonna be doing some like maybe spruce brick wall that goes like all the way around it. Very, very likely gonna be a job for the copy and paste gadget. And then you have this cute little beach that I could like build a... I mean, there's even a pirate ship. So yes, really liked this area. Loved the orchard. This aesthetic looks really, really cool. So high on this hill is going to be a pretty decent sized castle. Quick backpack break. Since this became a diamond backpack, it has become a mess and a half. I want to get it upgraded to a the next tier backpack, and I want to set it up so that it's not this craziness. We get an explorer's compass. I'm so glad that we were able to get this done. We don't need you anymore. And I think this is it. This is the old backpack that had everything everywhere strewn about, and this is the much cleaner backpack. I'm hopeful that I'm not just going to continue to shove stuff in here. No promises, because it's me. All of that was a quick break from what we were trying to do, which was to get the Explorer's Compass and go out into the end and find some end cities, because I want an elytra. Not because we have creative flight, so elytra's not all that useful, but it's used in a handful of things, mostly in flying things for mods. But yeah, I want one. So I think this is an end tower, but this is hilarious because it looks like the world's smallest end city, and it's got a stone in it. I'm totally just the smallest end city ever. Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't think these things would spawn out here, but apparently they do. And we see... Are we lucky? We are not lucky. A ship! We found one! It's like the 4th end city I found. See you later. And the elytra. Yay, elytra. So I will say trust the process. Doing something that kind of showed how to do, but it's also something that I really like to do is model out of stone, because then you can come in and decide what you want it to be. The one thing that I did do is this is probably mostly the final decision on the roof, and it didn't make sense to like build all of this out and then swap it all out later. I used ChatGPT to give me a couple of models of Neuschwanstein Castle, which is actually the castle that is Cinderella's castle from the Magic Kingdom is also modeled after. Gave it a couple of different renders, a couple of different color options, color palettes, and this is what it came up with, and this is kind of my depiction, if you will, of that. This little front swoopy bit will obviously have some kind of turrets on it and like towers over here. But yeah, you know, this is probably going to take a couple episodes, but I wanted to bring you in at very least, show you some progress. I've been doing a lot of building gadget, a lot of copy paste gadget. You know, in some instances, I'm playing with the model here to try and like, hey, this is what that's actually going to finally look like, or at very least carve out a little bit of it to give myself some thoughts. This little guy over here seems to be a cool like gatehouse, and it naturally played right into kind of the tiers or levels here. This is probably all going to get knocked down. Big blocks wise, I'm getting pretty happy with it. I need another kind of big tower in the back to match the render. These little guys are going to be more like turrety, not just kind of visually representing like that needs to be a turret. It's not going to look that bad. I promise. This is where I'm at and got a lot of work to do. Just wanted to quickly show kind of walking into this grand space. This is a massive, massive space. I may leave most of this open. I'm not entirely sure, because this could be a cool thing where like, so I'm going with a vibe that's not necessarily like cyberpunk, but like medieval punk. I know that's not really a thing, but I'm going to make it a thing where instead of like splitting out the tech from the medieval part of Minecraft, I want to like mash them together. That's why this village really like rang true when I saw it. I was like, oh, this like that old medieval build with the brick and the spruce wood. There is definitely some pretty wacky rendering, or wacky, like some of these trees are going to need to get taken out because yeah, there's trees going through houses and stuff. So the train gen fought a little bit with the modded village generation. Some of the trees I'm going to leave because I actually like the trees kind of like in the village. Some of them I might need to like move away from the side of the building because that's a little too close. See this one, this is great generation where this amazing house, by the way. I love this little double-decker house. Grew right on the top of a garden, which is super fun and fantastic and not at all what it should have done. Maybe I'll copy and paste this and plop it somewhere else, and then just fix the terrain underneath it. This is fun. There's a chicken pen on top of another garden. I almost feel like this was like two villages that like almost tried to generate on top of one another, which it could have been what happened. I'm not entirely sure. This... Wow. That was a hole. Okay. Noted. So this forced perspective wasn't even on purpose. Look at how awesome the castle reveal is, like just walking through the village. I did a little bit of cleaning up, reassembled one of the houses that was a little jank, almost reassembled all of them. Some of the houses got pretty chewed up by the trees that generated. The trees apparently won over the house generation. And what does Minecraft name the village? Raymirid. Forever now, thou shalt be known as Raymirid. So quick tip. I know you guys love those. So when you're building with a building gadget and you make an obvious error like it just did, there's an undo button. You can keybind the undo. I tend to just do it from the GUI. But yeah, super duper easy and very, very, frankly, nice feature for undo. I'm intentionally not building the turrets because I want to I really want to kind of build them out, and if they're like the same size as another one, like I'm just gonna copy and paste. Those are the same size, but from like down here, they're gonna get that like perception difference. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. All right, I think I'm ready to start swapping blocks. At least first pass, big swap. Progress update number 2. The mountain is gone. This is, one of those times where you're like, I probably should have videotaped that. I wish I had recorded that. Yeah, this is one of those times. I actually am really glad it's gone because I can start to actually see the vision. These are gonna slant out a little bit, just slightly, maybe 2 blocks, just to make it look like it's not being suspended by a giant box. So this from here is gonna start the wall that's gonna go all the way around the entirety of the little city that we have going on here. And this is going to be a big entrance. So it's going to be a pretty big gate to kind of get into the village. And there's probably going to be another one. There's going to be like a minor gate to get in from the port. And then there's probably going to be another gate over there. Awesome. The view looks really cool from down here too. Also, white. White. It's very white. I used the eroded calcite from Chipped, and yeah, this is going to get textured a lot because this is very, very, very repetitive texture. So we'll be doing that. Detailed out a little bit of what this guy is going to look like. Obviously, inside is not very interesting yet, but it will be. It will be. I hope the ramblings are quasi-useful because this is I'm kind of showing the building process of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, those sorts of things. From a texture perspective, the first texturing that I want to do is actually fairly straightforward. Which is to take you as the bricks, and these are massive diorite bricks, and they should, yes, they should stack, like, they should alternate against these stone ones. Let's do that. See how that works. These will probably be columns. Not entirely sure there, but see. One thing to note with these, with the exchanging gadget. So if you just do this, you're gonna miss blocks. But if you have if you can get an auto clicker, and I don't want to do a gradient, I really want to do a texture on this. you're never going to see this. You're never going to be like, oh, look at this. This is kind of weird. You're always going to be down here. It's a far away texture. That's why I'm using the massive bricks too. So that it's like, you know, you're going to see this a really far way away. The wall. The wall, the wall, the wall. You have some diorite options. We could just throw in some of the eroded diorite, which is going to be like a texture match, but it's going to be a little bit darker. We'll just do surface, and I guess we'll just kind of randomize. Oh, that's a harsh. Yeah, I don't like that. But could do like 3 blocks. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And then with some texture plugged in, that could work. I could get down with that. Not like a huge gradient. Like, we're not doing the entire thing. It's just like almost a shadow. It also allows me to transition from it transitions really nicely from the stone, you know, the stone brick, the diorite, and then it transitions really, really nice back into that calcite. The other minimal texture that I probably will mix in is let's just see how this works. There's a sanded one. And I want to see how that works just as like a texture block. I don't like it, but I think if I do like more like a vein of it. Yeah, that looks much better. Does a little one work? Yeah, a little one works. I just want to put it in to accentuate the shadow. We're going to go with the sanded calcite. And we're just going to plop it in here. And just put you in the corners intentionally. Yes. Yeah, that looks nice. And with that, we will call it an episode. I do really, really thank you for taking time to watch the videos. If you are enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I've been on a crusade to not say this at the beginning of the episodes. I really do want you to make it to the end of the episodes, and if you do, hey, consider hitting that button, because you took 30 minutes of your day to watch the video, and it really, really means a lot to me to see what people like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. I'm also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Donoraffe. Follow me over there. I go live every once in a while. Not as frequently as I would like, but I got kids, so, life. Thank you again. Have a great day, and goodbye.